So today I was tagged as Nepalese, and I was just shocked, I was just numb, and I didn't know how to react to such statement. This incident really shook me up because that questioned my identity based on my look, how I look. I just don't know like what will make me look like more Indian. Isn't my qualification is enough to prove? Uh, isn't my birth certificate is enough to prove? Hello everyone, I'm Tanya, and today I'm going to share a very unpleasant incident that happened with me. And to be honest, I never thought that I had to face such situation, such awkward situation in my life. And when I faced it today, I felt like a bit upset. So I just don't know, like, what is the solution to this. So I thought of like letting it out here um, in this video, and do listen the whole scenario. I'll be explaining it to you here. I belong from Northeast India. I was born and brought up in Tripura, Agartala. So currently I'm living in Germany for like past almost going to be like 3 years now. So today was my second day of my language class, so I went there. So there were so many students were obviously there. So so one person, like, when we are doing class, and the teacher gave us some a task to do in a group. So it was a group of two people. So suddenly that person, asked me, like, so you're from India, right? So I said, yeah. So the person asked me, like, which part of India? So I gladly said that I am from Northeast India. I belong from Northeast India. So he was like, ah, that's why, you don't look like Indian. Like, you don't look like an Indian. And I was like, what do you mean by that? I don't look like an Indian. So he was like, no, like, you look a bit kind of Asian. And I was like numb for a moment. So I just told him that India is in Asia, right? So he was like, yeah, but still, you don't look like an Indian. So he was so curious. So he pulled out his phone and Googled Indian map, and he asked me, like, he showed me the phone and asked me to point out from where I do belong. So I just pointed out that, see, this is Northeast India, and here you can see that this is Tripura, the state name, and I belong from the city Agartala. So he just saw the map, and then he found out, like, oh, okay, there is Nepal, there is Bhutan. That's why you look different. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean by different? How do I look? And he was like, different. Uh, and again, I just insisted him, like, to say how do I look. So maybe he understood the situation, and then he just replied back, like, you look special. So um I was like, what do you mean by special? Like, he said, like, again with a smiling face, yeah, you look special. And I was like, okay. And then I didn't continue the conversation, and I stopped that conversation then and there. After that conversation, like, I was not able to focus on my class, because back of my mind I was constantly thinking, like, uh, what made that person think that I'm not Indian, I don't look like an Indian, basically. So I was constantly thinking, like, is it because I don't have brown skin? Is, like, are all Indian supposed to have brown skin to look like Indian? So right now I just came to my home, I'm currently in my apartment and locked myself in my room. And back in my mind, I'm still, having that question that how an Indian should look like an Indian. Um, just because I don't have brown skin to prove myself to look or to be an Indian, just because, is it just because of my skin tone? Um, I just don't know. I don't have the answer because I never got the answer from that person. So I don't have enough words to explain how right now I'm feeling. I'm not feeling great, that's for sure. So I know many Northeast Indian have encountered um, awkward situations, questions, statements, and I never thought that I will face this kind of, question or situation outside India. So I feel that most of the foreigners has the perception that an Indian should have brown skin, then only that person should be tagged as Indian. However, I don't have a brown skin, or maybe less brown skin, so I was tagged as Nepalese today, which is very unfortunate for me. I feel that I look like an Indian, and I'm proud from where I belong from, that is Northeast India. So I strongly believe the way I look or my skin tone is, these two things cannot decide what's my identity, right? So maybe it happened because I have less brown skin tone. So that could be the reason, I believe, or maybe I look a bit different, uh, which I believe it's normal to look different because all Indian doesn't look alike, right? They don't look similar, I believe. All human beings are born and they look different. So I strongly feel that a particular skin tone or a particular look cannot define a community, a country. So this incident really shook me up because that questioned my identity based on my look, how I look. So I just don't know like what will make me look like more Indian. Isn't my qualification is enough to prove? Isn't my birth certificate is enough to prove? Isn't my black hair isn't enough to prove? Even I believe, like, I speak English, Hindi, my mother tongue Bengali, a little bit of Assamese. Yeah. Isn't that enough to prove that I'm Indian? So that's what I encountered today, and currently it's in loop right now in my brain, the whole scenario. I don't know whether I'll be able to sleep peacefully or not, but maybe after few days things will become normal. And yeah, that's how life is, I believe. So that's all for today. I hope you all are doing great in your life. Ciao.